Game on episode 481 of the VIG Lounge as the Pittsburgh Penguins welcome the Calgary Flames to PPG Paints Arena for an afternoon tilt. Can the Penguins soar high once again, or will they be burned by the Flames on their own home rink? There's only one way to find out. Before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right into the Penguins and Flames, here on the VIG Lounge. Getting a little ahead of myself, I guess. Interesting schedule, though, to have the Devils and Flames back-to-back. You know, Flames and the Devil associated with hell, so quite interesting. Leaves Stuart Skinner's in net for Pittsburgh, and here comes Brian Rust down the lane, shoots, and a save made by Dustin Wolf. Makes sense to have Skinner in net. He is certainly well acquainted with Calgary, being on the opposite side of the Battle of Alberta. Here comes Brian Rust with a shot. That's blocked. Score! The Wizard of Cross on a walkie play! Waves his magic block. The Penguins lead it 1-0. Pass across, up the right side now to Rust. Rust, drifting into the circle, switches to the backhand, and that shot went wide. Now down to the blue line. Pass across, long ball by Carlson. Knocked away by Wolf. Penguins, relentless in the zone. Carlson, this time with a wrist shot, and it deflects to the corner. Brazeau had it and lost it. Malkin has it. Gets a shot away, save Wolf. Brett Kulak steps up. Again, long entrenched in that battle between Calgary and Edmonton. Here's Kulak once again, right wing circle, turns, finds a lane shoot, rebound, score! Malkin! Gino Machino passes it into Casino, and the Penguins lead it 2-0. Two chaotic scrambles in front result in 2 goals for the Penguins. And 13:24 to go in the first. Penguins are definitely humming right now. Brett Kulak with a bump behind the net. Chinikov tried to get it to a streaking Kindle, but it didn't work out. Or maybe that wasn't Kindle, actually. I don't know who that was up front, because Kindle was back checking. Responsible young man. Here's Malkin on the line here with Novak. Shoots! Oh, no, sorry, that was Kulak. My bad, 77. That looked like a 71 for a second, though. Man, my goals are scrambly and my lines are scrambly, or at least the way I perceive them is scrambly. Save and a hold by Stuart Skinner as we're nearly halfway through this opening frame. And of course, to those of you watching on Twitch, I had mentioned previously, I got a very busy Sunday and spending a great deal of time, which I'm looking forward to, by the way, as well. Spending a great deal of time with Dawson, so I wanted to get my streaming in a day early, because it's a back-to-back on Saturday. Then I'll be back to regularly hockey scheduled streams as usual. But I mentioned it previously that most of the time it is the day of. Sometimes it's the day before, depending on scheduling. This is one of those times. So In case anybody's wondering while they're watching live on Twitch, which I don't think anybody would be, but just in case. It is a day early. Puck carried in. Wotherspoon with a shot. Denied by Wolf to the corner. That hit was huge. Pass sent all the way down. Coronado with a chance. Penguins are riding any flame into the boards that comes close to them. Nice defensive play there by Parker Wotherspoon. Carried in by Brian Rust. Rust from the right wing circle, and Wolf will gather that and pass it off. Wotherspoon looking to get back. Help disrupt the pass a little bit. Oh, what a save by Skinner. Up the left side now by Raquel. Raquel to the middle, and Wolf is apparently dialed in after giving up 2 goals. I don't quite know how that works. There is a look at Justin Wolf. Don't turn your back on the Wolf Pack. You just might wind up getting a goal in the net. I'm hoping to get some more wrestling content in soon, too. Especially with the Royal Rumble coming up, even though I'm not going to watch it, as I'm not a fan of the WWE product and not really a fan of it being in Saudi Arabia, but that's beside the point. And I would have done wrestling content today, but hockey had to take precedent. Because I got to do every game, whether it be the day of or the day before. Now we'll be back later with a Golden Knights offering as well as they take on the Blues. So please tune in for that a little later on today. Puck carried in now by Chris Letang. Letang with a drive to the net and a save made by Dustin Wolf. 1:09 remaining. As we have a look at Chris Letang heading to the bench. I don't know why. He seems okay, not hurt, and he had a good shot there. He's looking good. Jack St. Ivany with a bump. Ryan Shea. Up the right side to his D partner, St. Ivany. St. Ivany breaks into the zone. He's got the ball all over him and makes the shot. But Wolf is able to answer that. And wow, are these shots close. I didn't realize Calgary got so many, but be that as it may, Pittsburgh has 2 goals on the board and a single shot advantage. St. Ivany with a bomb! Now it's more than a single shot advantage, it's 2. See, that doesn't need to be brought to you by NHL Edge. Blind guy does just fine. I don't know what happened with that draw. The ref seemingly took forever. But not going to bog down in semantics with the ref. The Penguins have a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes. On 2 scrambly goals from Crosby and Malkin. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 13-11, favoring the Penguins. Hits, 13-4, also favoring Pittsburgh. Face-offs, not going to talk about that. But Calgary dominated, as expected. No penalties to speak of. Maybe that'll change in period 2. We'll have to see. But 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period has in store, shall we? Raquel trying to get the puck out. Couldn't do it. Now Raquel's got it. Finds Rust. Tried to get it across to Crosby. Picked off by Weegar. And Wotherspoon knocked him to the ice. Puck carried in now by Crosby. Crosby with a shot denied. Looking for a second as it got blocked. Coronado with a great opportunity in front. And Jonathan Huberdeau gets the Flames on the board. It's 2-1. Guy who never really was what Calgary expected. I mean, I'm sure Matthew Tkachuk is doing very well for himself, but be that as it may. Flames on the board thanks to Huberdeau. Pass across. Up the right side, carried in by Brazeau. Brazeau gets around Anderson with a shot denied by Wolf. Rasmus Anderson is another NHLer, well, a Flame at this point, who's been the speculation of trade rumors pretty much all year. Shot by Letang! And Wolf is able to hold on to that with 5 minutes nearly gone here in period 2. Finally getting a Let's Go Pens chant. It's only been a period and 5 minutes too late. Oh, what a hit there by Novak to free up the puck. He's got plenty of time. Gets it to the blue line to Letang. Across to Kulak. And that shot's blocked away. Kulak off on the right side. Pad save Wolf. Novak in front scores! How shot of Novocaine as Tommy Novak takes advantage of a thrown Dustin Wolf and puts the Penguins up by 2. I guess I could have said Flames down by 2, but be that as it may, I'm saying that way too much. So I've even noticed that, so if you were bothered by it, I apologize. Shot by Kindle, rebound! Oh, Novak nearly got 2 goals in quick succession. He nearly got it there too, but Wolf said no. Pospisil. Got knocked down. And now Chris Letang gains the red line and sends it all the way in to Novak. Pass out to Letang and a save made by the supposedly dialed-in Dustin Wolf. 11:19 to go in the middle frame. Carlson with a bomb on the crossbar. Rebound score! Crosby! Oh, Sir Sidney with his second of the game, taking advantage of the shot from Carlson to make it 4-1. Oh, man. We are not worthy. The greatness that is Sidney Crosby here in Pittsburgh. My goodness. 11:04 remaining in period 2. As the Penguins had their lead. Russ now with a chance, saved by Wolf. Rebound to the corner. Crosby throws a check. Sidney Crosby in again, looking for the hat trick. Right wing circle, flings it! Bad save, Wolf. Out to the blue line now, Rust. Creeps in a little bit. Isn't able to finish. Pass now to Klapka. That shot deflects off the stick. Penguins waiting for a bit of reinforcements. Rust carries in now. He'll shoot from range. Collected by Raquel along the wall. How is nobody there? As Brett Kulak waits for his teammates to tag up. Flings a shot, and that's denied by Wolf. Justin Brazeau just absolutely plastered. And Calgary Flame in center ice. Oh my! Another goal by Huberdeau. And the Penguins now only lead by 2. Apparently, Stuart Skinner can stop everybody except number 10. And that was an interesting turn of events. Carried in now by Mantha. Shot on Wolf, apparently again is dialed in. As the Flames have cut the lead to 2. Or in half, if you prefer. Malkin lost the draw. Penguins look to try to get it back. Brazil couldn't do it. Mantha, former Flame for a season. Well, a handful of games actually due to injury, but Calgary's loss is Pittsburgh's game. Mantha, right wing circle, flings it. Save made once more. Flames look to get it out. Backward. Got it down the wall, just past the Penguins' blue line. Give it away. Rolls in on Skinner, and he makes the save. Pittsburgh's having a lot of trouble getting it out. Ben Kindle will do just that. As he rifles it back. Shot to the front, denied by Wolf. Back to the blue line, St. Ivany. Lets it rip, and a dialed in again. Dustin Wolf makes the save and hangs on with 1:28 to go here in period number 2. It's a hit by Sharon Govich. Aside from Jonathan Huberdeau, there's not really much to say or show in terms of Flames offense, but they have been hitting a fair bit. Not nearly as much as Pittsburgh, of course, but have been doing that, of course, so we'll mention it. And they'll show it because I don't have a choice. Save Skinner. And because that was somebody other than Jonathan Huberdeau, he made the save. Pass across. St. Ivany to Kindle. Kindle with a drive, handled by Wolf. 7:6 to go. Before we move on to the third period, Pittsburgh with a 2-goal lead, thanks to the latest goal from Sidney Crosby. Who also want to draw. Back to Letang. Rebound! And Wolf got both of those. Oh my goodness. And another chance in front by Russ turned aside. Two goals from Crosby, a goal from Malkin, a goal from Novak on the Penn side, and 2 goals from Jonathan Huberdeau brings us to where we're at going into the third. 4-2 lead for Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at the stats. Shots on goal 34-23 in favor of the Pens. Hits a lot closer now. Well, actually, no, that looked like 15 for a second. It's 25, so take that back on second inspection. Face-offs, nowhere close, but we already knew that. And, of course, I got to fix the camera, don't I? Wouldn't be a VIG Lounge stream without having to fix the stupid camera, would it? And again, I don't know if this is a camera problem or a Microsoft problem, but either way, it's driving me nuts. No penalties to speak of as of yet either. Maybe we'll get some in the third, who knows? But 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up, third period action coming at you next here on the VIG Lounge. Raquel, across to Wotherspoon. Up to Crosby. Got it across to Russ. Shot off the pad! As Wolf had to make a great save early on in this period, as he has in periods 1 and 2 in the early going. Pass deflected across, now to Raquel on his natural work. Shoots, and Wolf is, of course, dialed in yet again. I still don't know. Actually, I guess, yeah, dialed in kind of makes sense. I still don't know what that sponge zone ability is. And there's Huberdeau with a hat trick. Again, the only one Stuart Skinner can't stop is Jonathan Huberdeau. He's had a goal now in every period. And the Flames are now within one. Pittsburgh's got to clamp down and watch out for number 10 because this is just getting ridiculous. And what I'm worried about is now the only thumbnail we're going to have is 3 Jonathan Huberdeaus from YouTube. So if the algorithm is listening, please give me some sort of Penguins content I can use. Because Crosby's got 2 goals, Malkin's got a goal, and Novak has a goal. Oh, and I thought Brazeau was going to have a goal, but he shot it wide. Brazeau now at the side of the net. And again, Dustin Wolf allegedly dialed in. But it's that sponge zone ability that I don't understand. Yeah, sure, show Parker Wotherspoon, that's fine. Boom! Shot down in flames indeed. What a hit that was by Parker Wotherspoon. Malkin gives it back to Letang. Drive, blockered away by Wolf. Oh, what a hit that was. Brett Kulak. Pad save by Wolf. Shot by Mantha in tight, denied by Wolf. A little under 13 minutes remaining here in the third. Stuart Skinner with a nice save. Letang. Up to Malkin, knocked off the stick. Now Kindle in with a chance. Denied by Wolf. Well, that pass got picked off. Oh, Malkin just ran over Connor Zary. And now Letang, or excuse me, Kindle with a shot. Yeah! Chinikov! Let 5:59 as the Penguins have another 2-goal lead. Yegor Chinikov has certainly found himself a nice home on that third line for Pittsburgh. Oh man, what a hit that was on Pospisil. Kindle. Got it to Chinikov. He's feeling it. Lost the puck. Pops out in front of Wotherspoon. And here's the Penguins' upcoming schedule. As they say, got the game on Sunday against Boston, which I should be able to have for you guys on Sunday afternoon. And then it looks like we'll be taking on the Lightning, and I couldn't see who the other team was there, so I apologize. But I will have these games for you as they happen, either day of or the day before, depending on schedule. 8:03 to go. Of course, we'd highlight Jonathan Huberdeau, who's the only one who scored for Calgary. I didn't mean to cut that off, but I am doing this on the lunch break, so I kind of have a bit of time constraints. Plus, why do I want to see highlights of the team that I'm playing against in a condensed game? Nothing against Calgary. Oh, there's Huberdeau again. They really want to show those highlights, don't they? I've shown the highlights of the goals as they happen. We know. But I have nothing against Calgary. This is actually one of the 2 NHL buildings I've actually been in. One for a Flames game against Chicago, and then, more importantly, the 2010 Olympic trials, which occurred in 2009. So that was fantastic. Got to see Crosby. It's the hat trick! For for Sid the Great. There you go. Sidney Crosby's got a hat trick too. So you can easily pick more than the hat trick for the Flames. Crosby can have a thumbnail. Malkin's had 2 goals. He can have a thumbnail. Even gives one to Chinikov. He's got a goal. Not to forget. Oh, there is Chinikov. That shot's deflected. Chinikov now to the front of the net. And of course, Tommy Novak has a goal as well. This third line has contributed to the offense tonight, which is great. Crosby's got 3. And Malkin's got a goal as well. So big boys have contributed a lot of the offense, but it's also spread around, which is good. Nearly down to the last 5 minutes here of this game. And now Raquel fires! Save made, Wolf. Pospisil. Knocked down. Carried in now by Tommy Novak. Knocked down. Letang with a hit. Clears it up. Cross. And a save made by Skinner. He will hold on with 2:43 to go. Long drive. Tried to feed it up the right side. Pass got picked off. Backlund dumps it all the way down. That pass missed. And Chinikov tried to get there, but had to go all the way across the ice, so it's icing as we take a look at Stuart Skinner. But we'll skip that too, because again, I got some time constraints. Puck fed up the right side, carried in by Novak, knocked off the stick by Uyghur. Pass given away in the neutral zone. Or puck given away in the neutral zone, rather, from a pass. Shot Chinikov. Chinikov has it again. Trying to get it back to Kulak. And he does. Chinikov had it and lost it. Crunching along the wall. And the puck rolls out to Kulak. Feeds it to Ben Kindle. He's had his chances. Be nice to see him hit the back of the net. Oh, and Wolf said no on that exchange. Joel Farabee had it for Calgary. Carried in now by Chinikov. Lost it. Dumped all the way down. But the Penguins come away with another huge win on home ice against the team they only see twice in the Calgary Flames. Crosby with a hat trick leading the way, but Penguins did get a lot of goals at even strength. How you doing, Iceberg? Take one last look at the stats before we wrap things up, shall we? Shots on goal 49-30 in favor of the Penguins. Hits 34-14 favoring Pittsburgh. Face-offs, again, we don't talk about that on this channel, but Calgary definitely won that. And no penalties in this game whatsoever, in spite of all the hitting. Thank you all for tuning in to part 1 of this 2-parter of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a fantastic Friday, everybody.